Hello everybody, my name is Super Pietro 09 2009 and a few weeks ago I have made a video where I launched a secret payload to Laythe. But that video didn't really go as planned and Valentina is now stranded on Laythe. So who can save her now? Who is gonna save her from her imminent doom on Laythe? Wait a second. I know who it is!
On a lonely planet slowly spinning its way to damnation amid the incompetence and unpreparedness of lesser space programs.
Okay, we aren't actually making a collaboration with Matlown. I'm too unknown. But who will save Valentina then? Wait a second. I have an idea!
On a lonely planet slowly spinning its way to damnation, and with the incompetence and unpreparedness of lesser space programs, one team stands resilient against the hurts, putting their lives on the line to save those who were previously unaware of the quick save option. Yes, it's the incredible adventures of Jabberey's crack team of Kerbinauts. They are the Blenderbirds, saving the Kerbin race one stranded explorer at a time.
Okay guys, welcome to this brand new series in Kerbal Space Program. It's the Blenderbirds. Not the Blunderbirds by Matlown, the Blenderbirds by Super Pietro 09 2009. And because I was running out of ideas, I said, hey, I like the Blunderbirds by Matlown and I have stranded a Kerbal on Laythe. So, here it is. It's the Blenderbirds. So, there was the Thunderbirds. That was the original from the 1960s. I know it was a show, I think. I didn't watch it. Then there was the parody by Matlown, the Blunderbirds. And now there is the Blenderbirds. That I don't even know what they are. A parody of a parody? Like a goofy version. Okay, so now let's pay attention to what's on the screen. So here I have launched the interplanetary vessel. Here it is. I have a modded save, as you can see, and I have launched it on this pretty cool Constellation-ish RS-5-ish rocket. And now, as you can see, I am launching this goofy rocket with this goofy fairing. And yeah, this is the main SSTO that I'm launching to rendezvous with the mothership, and they will go to Jewel. Okay, as you can see now, I have separated the boosters, and now the Kevin MacLeod music has started playing, and we are getting into orbit. So yeah, what can we talk about? Matlown has made an episode of the Blunderbirds in Kerbal Space Program 2. Yes, and I haven't bought Kerbal Space Program 2 because my computer is very bad. I can barely run the stock game, the first one, and this is modded. So this really was going at like what, 15 FPS. So yeah, and plus it's kinda expensive. And it's very buggy. I have watched the Matlown stream, the Matthew stream, the Struts and Blades stream, and yeah, it's very laggy. There are lots of bugs, and yeah, it's still very rough. But the game isn't released yet. This is just the early access version. So yeah, if this was the full game, then I would have been like, no, this is unacceptable. But this is still early access, so we can give a chance to the developers for them to improve and to add all of the cool stuff, like I know the interstellar travel online and all that good stuff. As you can see, now we have docked, and our two Kerbals, Jebediah and Bill, will transfer into this inflatable module on the main ship that is very close to a nuclear reactor. So yeah, I don't know how safe that is. And it's a bit small of a space for such a long mission, really. That is 2 years. Yeah. The original version, yeah, I made several versions of this video, and the original version had like an inflatable ring structure from the Laythe mod that is now a developer in Kerbal Space Program 2. Yeah, it's awesome. I can't wait to see the rings in Kerbal Space Program 2. Okay, so now we have that painfully slow Xenon engine. Is it Xenon or Xenon? I still don't know. I think it's Xenon, but yeah, I have no idea. So actually it's an Argon engine, but it has a Xenon mode that is more efficient, so I used it. And here we are plotting our maneuver towards Joule. Here we have our encounter with Tylo. And now we'll time warp, and Jebediah and Bill will go crazy in that little space. And here we are, arriving at Tylo, that in Kerbal Space Program 2 actually looks like Ganymede. I have no idea how that name is pronounced, but it's the third moon of Jupiter. God, I can't talk. And yeah, it's very cool. Dres has a ring. It's awesome. I don't know if they kept the canyon. When I will buy the game in about maybe a month or two, we need to check out if the Dres Canyon is still there, because it's basically my favorite destination in the entire game. Yes, I love Dres. Dres is the best planet, and it exists. Dres is a real planet. Don't get fooled by whoever said that Dres... By the way, who started the Dres doesn't exist meme? Was it... I remember there was like a YouTuber or something. Yeah, I don't remember. Okay, now we are getting closer to Joule. And yeah, now we are going to get to Laythe on our first encounter. Then we're gonna do the second. And we'll get to orbit. Okay, our first Laythe flyby. As you can see there, we nearly crashed to the surface, and now we'll have our second encounter soon enough. And yes, here we're plotting the maneuver. The secret payload video to Laythe was a jet fighter that I have made. I thought it looked pretty cool, and I sent it to Laythe because why not? And yeah, that video didn't end very well. As you can see, I didn't add any heat shields, and the nose cone exploded. And yeah, but Valentina survived, and our job is to save her, to bring her back safe from Laythe. As you can see here, we are getting into orbit. I couldn't figure out why the engine wasn't working. But actually I did forget to activate the nuclear reactor. That really we have two RTGs that are enough to power the actual systems, but that Xenon engines is very power hungry, so I added that nuclear reactor. As you can see here, we are getting into a lower orbit. Recently I have made my brand new video with the one last mission one. That is a cinematic where I go to Minmus as my final mission before KSP 2. And yeah, I didn't get to play it because, as you can see, as I told you already, my computer is bad and the game is bad. So yeah, everything is bad. Okay, now we are in orbit of Laythe, and yes, now we do a quick save. And yeah, now we'll be transferring Jebediah to get him into the SSTO. Okay, here, nice view in the cockpit. And now we will transfer Jebediah into the SSTO. And now he will go to save Valentina from the surface. Yeah, very awesome. Okay, now we are making a quick save. Actually, I never have used that many quick save in this game, but this mission was literally quick save after quick save after quick save. I made like 25 quick saves. Okay, now we're activating our engines and plotting our maneuver. And a great way to land in a specific spot on any planet in this game is to use the trajectories mod. It's great. I have downloaded the sock mode, the orbiter mod by Benji 10, and I use the trajectories mod a lot to land a space shuttle, and in this case it works for any plane really. And yeah, I used the MacJump ASS, the smartass mode, to fine-tune the trajectory, and now we are getting to Valentina. Here, as you see, I am flying, trying to use as little fuel as possible. Really, this SSTO is overkill for Laythe. It can get to orbit of Kerbin with like 600 delta V left, and this is my first successful SSTO in this game. Like seriously. Okay, maybe not my first SSTO ever, but it's the first that left low Kerbin orbit. And then now we are landing, and
Again.
okay, 2 references in one video. Yes, okay. Now, moment of truth, and we are landed. Okay, parachute deployment. And yes, you can see the Blenderbird's flag on the side of the rocket. Yeah, it did take some time to make those flags. There are 2. There's this one that is on the rocket, and the other one that is like the Blunderbirds. Yeah, it's basically a copy of the real Blunderbird's flag. And you know, Jebediah will... Okay, quick save, and Jebediah will get out of the plane, the space plane, and he will look around, turn the plane off, or I don't remember what he's gonna... Okay, he activated the solar panel. He will plant the flag, the Blunderbirds, and yes, he will take it down and replant it in a nice shot. Okay, the shores, the Laythe 1, yes, that's the name of the space plane, because there's the Laythe bird and the Blender 1, that is the ship, so Blender bird, it's the Blender bird. Big brain time. Okay, now Valentina is getting out of the rocket. She's taking down the flag because it's nothing special. And now, in a nice cinematic montage, she will go to Jeb.
You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain in the desert.
Okay, after that cinematic shot of Valentina walking, we have finally arrived at the SSTO, and Valentina can finally board it and get home to Kerbin, even if it will take like 2 years or something. So at least she knows that she's coming home. That's the important. Our Kerbals need to be well motivated, and we don't want depressed Kerbals at Pietro's Interplanetary Space Corporation. Yes, that's the name of my company. Okay, now we are raising the landing gear, and now we will go in orbit and rendezvous with the main ship, where Bill is awaiting us. So, yeah, I don't know what to talk about at this point, really. Now we are taking off, and here, yeah, I don't know what to really talk about now, and here we have nearly crashed into the mountain. Yes, I am very bad at English. I am very bad. Okay, maybe not that bad. I don't know, it's you to judge me. You're the British and the Americans. maybe the Australians. I don't know if anybody even watches me. I get like 20 views on my videos, and maybe like 1 or 2 comments, probably 0. Okay, so now we are on a suborbital trajectory. There was some problem with the goddamn action group, so for some reason the solar panel didn't open, and that will be throughout all the video. And now, okay, quick save as always, and here transition, and we have arrived at the mothership that for some reason had its engines running. Okay, now Jebediah and Bill have arrived at the Blender one. Now they will dock. As you can see, they are docking. I am running out of ideas what to talk about. By the way, that cockpit is not the stock MK2 cockpit. That is from the Mark II expansion pack mod. I don't remember who made it, but yeah, it gives a lot of cool parts in the Mark II size. And yeah, that cockpit holds 3 people, and that's why the crew is of 3 as of now, because we have Jebediah, Valentina, and Bill. Yeah, you can see me here doing some cinematic shots. Yeah, for the thumbnail. Now Bill will get out on EVA to repack the chutes in a second. I will turn off the engines and yes, here is Bill going on an EVA. He did not land, but he was very important. He had to repack that chute. Okay, now he's getting in. Yeah, this ship is nothing special. It's kinda boring, really. It has like this, like was that the Winston inflatable module? I don't really remember the names of the parts, but I guess it is the Winston or the volleyball. Now we're going back to Kerbin. Finally, here is our escape burn with that electric engine. And now we're leaving the sphere of influence of Joule. And by the way, I don't really like how Joule looks in Kerbal Space Program 2. That was in the Strats and Blitz live stream. It looks like Jupiter, but with a lime filter. Like it's not green enough. I don't like it. Okay, now we have arrived in the sphere of influence of Kerbin. Yes. Now we're arriving. We will activate the engine, and it did take longer than I expected to do that to do that capture burn, and so I did get pretty far away from the periapsis there. Okay, now we're raising our periapsis to not crash. Of course, we don't want to kill our Kerbals, and we don't want to lose that very expensive new electric engine. So we can use it for maybe a future Blenderbirds video, if you of course care for the Blenderbirds, which I doubt, because I have like 52 subscribers and nobody cares about me. Okay, so we are finally back in orbit. We are turning off all okay, first we are transferring the crew back into the SSTO. Got Bill, Jeb, and Valentina. Now we'll turn off all the equipment and undock. Okay. I don't know how is that possible, but I did have enough RCS in that little command pod to go for all this time. Like usually I use like a lot of RCS in my like for rendezvous and docking, but here I did use enough of it, and I still have had enough when landing back on Kerbin. Okay, now we are re-entering, and that action group not working again, as you can see. Okay, now we're landing. I'm using the smart ass mode. that it's like the greatest thing, the greatest mod in Kerbal Space Program is MagJeb 2. Like, it's the best. Okay, but for the Delta V readouts, I still use the, how it's called, the Kerbal Engineer Redux mod. Now we are re-entering, and now the cool music will start playing, and I'm gonna shut up. And we have crashed. But you know how they say, any landing you can walk away from is a good landing. As you can see, everybody survived, and now Valentina is getting out of the rocket of the SSTO. Here she is happy. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you really liked this video, and yeah, bye. I don't know what to say else.